Behind the scenes of the peaceful ambiance, for every beautifully plated, meticulously prepared meal, is the hustle and bustle of the kitchen. In a fast-paced industry where late nights and high stress often fuel unhealthy habits, St. Louis offers something unique.
Temperance Kitchen is a collective of local chefs and food industry professionals who have all come together in a volunteer format. We stage multi-course dinners, and the goal is to raise money for Ben's Friends, which is a national organization providing resources for those in the food and beverage industry dealing with substance abuse or addiction.
Maxwell Bredenkoetter is the St. Louis-based chef who founded Temperance Kitchen in the spring of 2024. Having worked in the hospitality industry with many people facing issues with addiction and sobriety, he realized there weren't many options for support.
I'm nearly 4 years sober now. I will be on March 13th of this coming year. Thank you very much. So personally, I've dealt with it myself. I see it all around me. And I wasn't really seeing anything in St. Louis catered towards those in the restaurant industry. We have different hours and unique challenges, given a lot of what we do involves serving alcohol, as well as kind of providing a good time, which a lot of times does involve drugs and alcohol.
According to a 2024 report by the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Service Administration, employees of restaurants and hotels have the highest rate of substance abuse out of the entire American workforce, with nearly 1 in 5 employees claiming to have used illicit drugs within the past month.
The first major reason it's so higher that I personally see is the accessibility. You're serving alcohol, it's constantly around you. On top of that, there's the longer hours, the high stress, a lot of things that you're looking for a way afterwards to relax. And one of the easiest ways that people reach for is drugs and alcohol. Then also with those long hours, you have a different sect where they're looking for something that may boost their energy or feel like it may boost their performance and just make it easier to do what is typically an incredibly hard job. So there was nothing specifically catered towards us, so I ended up doing some research online and came across Ben's Friends, which was founded in 2016 in Charleston, South Carolina, to cater specifically to those in the food and beverage industry.
Max reached out to Ben's Friends, who helped him organize support meetings in St. Louis. There are weekly meetings that take place at Olive and Oak, and Ben's Friends also offers many options for online meetings to accommodate the odd hours that hospitality workers tend to have. But Max found out there were many people who wanted to help even further. When he announced Temperance Kitchen as a way to raise funds for Ben's Friends, even at $135 per ticket, the first pop-up dinner sold out within just 24 hours.
This is our third guest chef dinner, and today we raised about $13,000 for Ben's Friends. All of that, I will introduce you to our guest chef for the evening, Matt Duffin.
I am somebody who has previously struggled with addiction in my life, and cooking is one of those things that has always been able to help pull me out of that mindset and that mind frame and that lifestyle. And when I was a young cook, we didn't talk about our vices as much in the industry back then. And had there been something like this, maybe my path had been a little bit different. So, my involvement in tonight's dinner is a way to kind of help pay it forward for the next struggling young cook who's, is now has a voice and a place that they can speak about what they're struggling with.
Max points out that the industry is making significant strides in improving working conditions. Efforts to reduce long hours and offer better employee benefits, such as health insurance and mental health support, are creating a healthier, more supportive workplace. And more restaurants are offering non-alcoholic drinks or mocktails like the ones featured during the Temperance Kitchen dinners. These changes are helping to build a more sustainable and rewarding career path in the hospitality sector.
For one of the best ways I can stay sober is helping other people with their sobriety. It keeps my mind in the right places. I think that's been one of the most rewarding parts of this, kind of helping to get somebody's individual story of sobriety or their personal battle with addiction out there, and kind of helping them to share that story, expand the scope and recognition of how big of a problem this is, and also just cooking great food along the way.
For Living St. Louis, I'm Brooke Butler.